Hi, Joanna. Hi, I'm Lisa. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Thanks. Okay, let me just take this. Hi. I'm Lisa. Nice to meet you. Hello, hello. So are you two friends?
Yeah.
Obviously, you know I'm a medium and clairvoyant because you wanted to chat with me. Do you want to know everything?
Yes.
Do you know anything about what... Sorry, excuse me. I've got somebody who's very, very persistent here. As I was up in the lift, I've got a gentleman going... And I'm like, calm down, calm down, calm down, I'm going.
Well, when Lisa first walked in, I was watching her sort of move back and forth, like constantly, you know, going like this and, you know, touching her head and kind of talking to herself. And I thought, what the hell's going on here? Just thought, what's uh-oh.
Okay, you need to calm down. He's very impatient. He's very impatient, but he was giving me this impression of a younger person, and I didn't have any idea of how old you were, who you were, or what you looked like. But he felt as though there was a hell of a lot of love for you. Do you know who John is?
John's my husband.
John's your... This is a gentleman in spirit. Yeah. Okay. I've seen this once before, and this guy died this guy died in the service. Does that make sense to you? I'm really sorry. It's very close to my heart. Okay, because he keeps saying Iraq, and he keeps talking, and I've got to do this with you because this is how he is, and this is exactly how he is with you.
Yes.
And he looks you directly in the eyes.
Yes.
And this posture means something to him. He's saying, can you just tell her I love her still? I love her and I haven't forgotten.
That's how I saw him when they told me he died. I saw him standing in front of me that way, holding my hand, telling me baby steps. He was positioned in that way. That's why it took me back when you did that.
It's understandable.
Nobody knows that. Nobody knows that was always his way of just getting down to my level and grabbing my hand. So that just really blew me away, and I thought, this is real. This is John.
I'm going to sit down because my knee hurts. He talks ever so fast. And I'm like, whoa, slow down a bit.
She was dead on within describing him. He was hyperactive, ADD, he wouldn't shut up.
And he's saying, and we'll dance again, even though I was never very good at it.
He was awful. Awful dancer. Oh, he did this hitchhiker move. It's awful.
Do you know what I was going to say? He probably dances like my husband. I shouldn't say that. But yeah.
And Lisa mentioned the dancing. That was great. We shared that dance in the living room, which meant more to me than life itself. And he said, we'll dance again. But the other thing he mentioned was what a horrible dancer he is. And God, was she right on that.
Okay. He keeps telling me that he hasn't been gone long. He's saying, I just can't believe this. And he's a big character. Does that make sense? Bubbly. He's like a teddy bear.
Yes.
And he just gave me a teddy bear. And I don't know whether that is significant for you, but he's giving me the teddy bear.
He gave me
the teddy bear.
He gave me a teddy bear before he left for Iraq for our wedding anniversary, and I still sleep with it.
That's what it is. You've been rearranging things recently in the house.
Yes.
Okay, and because he's very aware of the fact that you've been rearranging things, and he's shown me. Was it in the kitchen that you've been changing things around,
Yes.
and you've been putting pots differently or little tubs or something differently, and he's saying, you can never make up your mind sometimes, and it's like you put them one place and you're like, and he's laughing about this because he was standing right by you going like this. What is she doing?
I just redid my kitchen.
And he's laughing. Okay. He keeps handing you a red rose, but he's linking me with number 4.
When Lisa brought up the 4 roses, it was pretty darn impressive. That's another thing I didn't tell anyone about the first time I went to go visit John's grave. His friend actually escorted me because I was crying to him and said, you know, I have questions. And when we were going to go to the grave, he showed up with 4 roses and he said, these are the 4 roses to represent the 4 questions, and I want you to ask them and put them at the grave.
Why did I do it? Because I had to. Does that make any sense to you? Is that one of your questions? Why did I do it? Because I had to.
I wanted to know why he didn't get his butt behind the building and why he stayed out in the open.
That's a pretty good question. I'd be wanting to ask that one. Okay. He's saying because I had to. Okay, thank you. And he's also talking about how you have the photo next to your bed. Does that make sense? And he's talking about this, and he's telling me that you kiss it or you say goodnight to it every night. All right? You have your wedding photo up somewhere as well, because he's acknowledging the wedding photo.
No, I had the wedding photo up for some time, but it's now I put it in a box.
Okay, that's fine. He's showing me that he interfered with the wedding photo. So I don't know whether
Why did you do that?
He interfered with it. It was just to show you that he was there. He interfered with it. He's talking you can get it reframed.
Wow, I can't believe he knew that.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah, I opened up, the wedding photo was completely smashed and I cried about it and I thought, this is poignant because my marriage is over and here's my wedding frame smashed.
He's also talking about how April is going to be a big month for you next year. Does that make sense to you as well? All right, and it's okay. He's telling you to let it come and go. Let it come and go. So to me, that would indicate, I don't know whether that was the time of his passing or his birthday, but there was a connection around April. Does that make sense to you?
Yes. It was his passing, his birthday, and a few years.
It wasn't connected to the 15th, was it?
April 16th was his birthday. April 6th was his D-Day.
Okay, he keeps just telling me he loves you. He loves you. He said, what more can I say?
I love you too, John.
He says, you tell me that all the time, but he's saying I'm safe now. He's saying I wasn't the only one that got killed. I wasn't the only one.
There were 11 Marines that fell that day.
It's giving me a pain in my head. Come on, John. It's giving me a pain in my head, you see. But the pain is, I wasn't sure whether he got hit in the neck as well, because I almost feel as though the neck and the jaw area was an area of, forgive me for saying this because it's the way it's come across, but attack.
They said that the bullet hit his right side, blew his jaw off, and hit his carotid.
Right, okay.
And he bled out. That's what they told me.
Yeah.
And from what I saw in the casket, it looked like it was right.
He's saying, but I'm okay. I'm okay. He's saying, and you ask that question all the time.
Yes.
Okay. He's telling you that it's okay to move on when you feel the time is right, but he doesn't. He's so protective of you. And one thing I have to say to you is, if you meet a guy that he doesn't think is right for you, you might find things just have a habit of happening, because I think he'll intervene. That's all I'm going to say, so take the warning signs. But it's like he's shown me that he wants you to move on and be happy, but never forget him. I'm going to be honest, I can't hold him much longer. So do you have any other questions? And I know it upsets you.
I'm afraid that he's going to go, and I know he knows that I love him, and I'm proud of him, but I would change it. I'd do it all again the same way as long as he knows that. And if there's anything else he wants me to know, just please tell him to tell me, because I'm really not a good listener when you're not here. I can't understand what he's trying to say.
He's saying just tell her I love her, and that's all she does need to know. So it's okay. He's saying, but this isn't the first time, and it certainly isn't going to be the last time that he communicates with you. And I'm afraid to say he's gone.
I didn't expect this to be real. I really thought this was going to be a hoax.
Okay.
So I wasn't expecting this. Thank you.
Come here.
Thank you. This trip was definitely worth making. I would make it again in a heartbeat. If nothing else, then this was not only what I needed, but John apparently really had some things he needed to say to me. And, you know, I believe things happen for reasons. And, you know, a skeptic like me would have never come to a medium, but for some reason I did. And there was John. And it was the best experience of my life. And I'm walking out of it a better person for it.
Look after yourselves and each other, and maybe one day I'll see you again. Take care.
Hope so. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
What an amazing experience.